This episode is recorded in front of a live streaming audience.
Prepare to attack the enemy's control points.
Get behind me, Doctor! I am fully charged!
You are listening to Control Point, a Team Fortress 2 podcast with Brent Copeland, Eric Fullerton, Wes Wilson, and Spencer Williams.
Control Point, episode 55, recorded on December 14th, 2008.
I'm Brent Copeland.
I'm Wes Wilson.
I'm Eric Fullerton.
And welcome to the show.
That was an intro.
Sweet.
Okay, so the last couple episodes, we've had a lot of guests on the show. We decided to take this one on ourselves, so you get us three. And we're excited and pumped because today in the briefcase, let me open it first, is a huge, fat, swollen,
turgid
TF2 update.
Which I don't think we should talk about this episode.
Nah,
I don't think we should either.
I don't think we should.
Let's go back and talk about some Conan.
I think,
I think that's a plan.
They have a new update now.
Oh,
Conan.
sweet.
They've updated the PvP.
Yeah.
They got rid of the manager. They got a new manager.
We got
Am I crying yet?
We got a Warhammer update too.
Sweet.
That's right. Pretty big Warhammer update.
Yeah.
And I hear Wizard 101
Yep.
coming up with an update.
Yep.
I guess.
Nice.
Yeah.
Our studio got an update. We have lots and lots of acoustic foam on the walls now, so you will not hear any more echoes and reverberation anymore.
Well, less.
Oh, do you still hear a little bit?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway. So
It didn't stop hearing the cough drops.
Oh, good. Are you feeling better? You've been sick.
I'm sick again, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
But I'm hoping it's the quitting smoking that made me sick. Like sponging my lungs, and then I think something from my lungs went up into my nose and made me sick.
oh, yeah.
Does that sound
It
good?
sounds
Yummy?
delicious.
You remember when Brent started talking?
Yeah.
I zoned out way back then. So, we do have a big TF2 update, and it should be entitled, We Have Made Spies Gods.
Yes.
Imba.
It should be, if you want to play the game and never be seen by anyone, it is possible.
We have taken the potence of the demo man and given it to the spy.
Yes. And taken the potence of the demo man and taken it away.
And I know people out there right now are saying, oh, and these are people playing spies, right? Who are going, oh, they didn't know. Spies they're still difficult, blah, blah. No, dude. If I can actually affect the end of the game by being a spy, then it's too powerful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure I disagree with you. I think that, when they first brought up, should we talk about our weeks first?
Well, yeah, let's go ahead and close up the briefcase. So that was the only thing in the briefcase because it was too big. Nothing else could fit. So
all these listener contributions are laying all over the ground. I really don't know what to do with them.
yeah, we'll pick up a couple of those pieces and scatter them in. All right, so beep, beep, beep. Brent, you want to go first?
Sure. I did actually play a bit. Played some Left 4 Dead and I played some TF2. I don't know why I always bring up Left 4 Dead in the same sense with TF2, but it's, they're both Valve games, I guess.
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of Spy and a lot of Engineer, and actually I played quite a bit of Sniper. I don't know what that has to do with the update at all. But
is that your LPC, by the way?
I believe it is, but when I looked, it was still 15 hours.
Oh, that's
so it was like
pretty hefty.
Yeah, so I've got at least 15 hours in each class.
Okay.
And it's just a lot of fun. I have fun with Sniper, except for I do have some issue with my computer that I haven't wrangled out yet, where my ping starts jumping up. I don't know if I got some spyware on there or something, but after about an hour of play, my ping just goes all to crap to where, 200, 300, and I just cannot snipe under that. I'm not that good, to be able to.
I just can't work under these conditions.
No crap. So then I switched to something else. But man, I know we'll get into a little bit, but playing the Spy like it is now is just scary. It's not scary in the fact that, hey, I can go out and do this. It's the fact that the spies that already scared me, that they can go out and do this now.
Yeah.
So, but that's what I'll leave it up to my week. I had a lot of fun playing. The one thing I do want to say is, look, if you see me on the server playing, don't start I don't know. First, don't tell us we were wrong about whatever. You don't have to interact with me that way on the map. I don't know. Sometimes that just rubs me the wrong way when people are,
You mean when you log on to play a game, you want to play the game, you don't want to talk shop?
Yeah, I don't mind talking a little bit, but, send in some phone calls.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. They're not patronizing you, right? They're
No, they are doing that too.
Oh, okay.
I love that.
Because I get that too. Oh my God, Eric's playing TF2?
Yeah. Oh, you're just playing because of the update, and you need to talk about it in the podcast. And I'm like, no, I was actually logging on and noticed there was an update.
Yeah.
I actually played Friday night and didn't know there was an update.
And the other thing was, I got a lot of flack about calling Dimmerman as the next class update. And,
really?
Yeah, and I was like, really?
Nice.
Just as like the link that's going up on their website. That's about how much I knew about it.
Oh, yeah, so, I know, yeah.
But anyway, fun week. I'm glad there's something changing in the TF2 world.
Yeah. Cool.
I played a little bit on Friday night. I logged on and CP number 1 was full, and you were playing, Eric.
Yep.
And I was going to come and join you. So I put it on auto join, and then I hit refresh. And then I noticed nobody had left the game in like 20 minutes. So I said, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go. And what I did was I found Ash was playing on a different server.
Always.
So I went and joined him on the server that he was on. And
which one was it?
I don't know, but the moment I tried to join him, I think
it's one of those beginner servers. He really likes to play on the servers where it says beginners only.
Nice.
So I went to join him on the server he was on, but he had just decided that server sucked, so he left. So then I followed him to another server.
Because they were owning him. He was like, I thought it was supposed to be beginners.
No. It's because they sucked. Anyway, and so I followed him to another server, and then that server kind of sucked, and so we went together to another server, and that server kind of sucked, and then all of a sudden, like it had been like a good 30-45 minutes, and I noticed we ended up on a server with Scarbone.
Ah, okay.
And then so we're playing, and I pop, and so instantly I jump out. Right? Mm-hmm. And then it says server full. It didn't reserve my spot for me. It pulled me off the other server without reserving my spot on the new one. And then when I looked, guess who was on? Scarbone.
Oh.
He was doing the same thing.
We both got pulled off the same server. And he got in and I didn't.
See, they need to fix a little bit of logic there. I guess they can't because they can't really do something with someone else's server. I'm assuming, or they can maybe put something on there that reserves slots, kind of. So when they say, okay, this slot's reserved for this person, do something to their server. But since they don't own the server, maybe they can't really affect the server in that way.
Well, I do think that usually it reserves your spot. I just think that sometimes due to some kind of net traffic, things get weird and sometimes it doesn't work out.
I don't think it reserves it all because I don't think there's anything there to do it. I think it says, okay, it's open and tries to push you in there as fast as possible. But if someone gets in there, like someone just sitting there waiting and watching, I think they'll get in there first. That's just me. I just think that.
Okay.
It's a valid theory.
Okay. So I played for a little while, but I couldn't find a home. Like, I did the thing where I couldn't find the class I wanted to play.
Oh, yeah.
And it just wasn't clicking with me. And I've been wiped this week. My wife was on bed rest, and I've been having to get up really, really early in the morning, like 5:30. And then, I'm doing cooking and working extra because it's the holiday season. So I've been working at the restaurant extra. And I was just wiped. And so I kind of was like, okay, I'm calling it quits. So I played maybe an hour.
Okay. Well,
but I didn't even notice the updates.
Oh, yeah. So that night you didn't even notice at all?
Nope.
All right, so my Friday was you already kind of covered it a little, but I played on Friday with Sabrina, and I remember Scarbone being in there.
Yeah, he was Santa Bone.
Santa Bone, yeah. A lot of Christmas names this time of year.
Yeah.
Noel won for Nivik won, I think, and Kringle Frog, and Santa Rass, and anyway, it goes on and on. It's really cool.
What'd you change yours to?
I could not think of anything cool for Nailhead.
Santa head.
Well, I thought of that, and I thought, well, I don't know if anybody would even
Antler head. It's kind of like nails, right?
So yeah, I'm just Nailhead.
I went Burgermeister Meisterburger.
Nice.
from one of my favorites.
It's so Christmassy. So we played some Badlands, we played some Badwater, we played some Dust Bowl. We played a lot of stuff Friday night, and I was wary of the update, and so I played Engie a lot. I already play Engie a lot anyway, but it was definitely cool. I approve of all of the updates to the Engie. Very nice indeed. No complaints there. I didn't get to play any Spy. I was really just trying all kinds of new techniques with the Engie, and just never got around to playing Spy. Even though I really like the Spy, I think the Spy is my number 3 played or whatever. Engie's my second, but I just didn't get to it, and I wish I did before I did the show so I could talk about that. But anyway. Let's see. I know what I did instead of playing Spy. I played some L4D.
Whee!
Left 4 Dead versus mode. Oh, so cool.
Now, the only thing with that is I wish you could play just the infected. Like, I wish there was some servers where you didn't have to play the survivors at all.
Where it doesn't flip, yeah. Because that's a lot more enjoyable. And a lot of people from the game, like Ras and a couple other people, followed us over to Left 4 Dead. So we just kind of continued playing, but, a different game. So anyway, that was.
Do you not think that Versus and Left 4 Dead is like one of those seminal gaming moments? I mean, when you pull off a good thing that screws over, I mean, you feel like I'll go, yeah.
Oh yeah. And your teammates are they know what's going on too. Like I love playing Smoker and just pulling somebody out of a window.
Yeah.
I mean, just getting them all alone, and your teammates, all your zombie buddies, like, yeah, that's an awesome snag, dude. And then the tank comes out. I don't know. It's just great.
And when you can get 2 vomits with a boomer.
Oh, wow.
I mean, you feel just...
I hate waiting for that second one.
Oh, I know. It's hard.
I normally just give up and about halfway through run out and try to get into the middle of them.
I usually do too, but if you can get off 2 vomits with a boomer, you feel so accomplished.
I haven't made that yet, but...
I've started... The one thing I do like doing on Survivors and Versus is in No Mercy, when you're in the construction part going up, is knocking hunters off the ledge. There's nothing more fun than watching a hunter fly off the edge.
Nice. Anyway... let's get into some meat. Let's talk about...
You love the meat.
Let's actually talk about what this update is on the loudspeaker.
News and discussion.
Discussion.
News and discussion. News.
On the loudspeaker. Sit down a while and listen. Okay.
Stay a while.
I'm doing voices.
Blah, blah, blah.
So, big TF2 news. And, okay, what happened first was we got a new blog update from TeamFortress.com, and it just kind of described a few things that they were going to do, and they were actually describing new updates, not necessarily unlocks, and not necessarily like the big class updates. Although they chose the Engie and the Spy to perform these big updates on. But they specifically said this is not part of their 2.0 upgrades, or whatever you want to call it.
This is just more balancing is what they saw.
Yeah, just more balancing. And then they went on to say, this is coming soon, right?
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden that night, boom, went live. And everybody's like, whoa. So that was nice.
Maybe this is beta for everyone. Maybe they're testing it for real right now.
I did hear there was a bug with the
teleporters.
This sapping a level 3 dispenser.
Oh, like it was hard to do or something?
The sapper does not show up graphically.
Oh.
Do the sparks or anything?
No.
Okay, does it push you higher than a normal dispenser?
That's a good question.
Because I saw a sentry gun in a very odd place that I'd never seen before.
Oh.
And I'm not even going to go and say where, because it's on Badlands in a weird place. But
Can you
that just might be.
take me high?
Actually, let's explain real quick for anyone out there who has not played this update. I can't imagine who would not have played this update. But if you haven't, the big things that happened are the teleporters are now upgradable to level 3. As the teleporter is upgraded, the cooldown is decreased. Very nice.
Yeah, and there is one little bug. I don't know if it's a bug or something people haven't gotten used to yet, is if it gets destroyed, the light will still be there. Like, it makes it look like it's active, basically.
Okay.
But it's not. And so people will stand there and be like, what's going on? And then finally you'll see the message that says it's not active. Now, I don't know if that's
you're right,
visually
you're right.
there.
You're totally right. I came across that too. That's
Like,
annoying.
maybe the light's still there, but the spinny part's not moving. So maybe people should know in that aspect. Or maybe it's just a flat-out visual bug.
I hope it's a bug, because it makes you actually go out of your way and stand on a teleporter that's not active. I don't think that's should be intended. Okay, so on to dispensers. Those were also upgradable to level 3. They will heal faster and generate metal faster as they are upgraded. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Also, to the Spy is able to recharge their cloaking ability by picking up ammo off the ground. Very Imba, if you ask me.
Shenanigans.
Cabinets.
Shenanigans.
That's how they worded it, was ammo off the ground. But obviously that just means when you touch anything that dispenses metal, right?
I guess. Oh, so you added in the or from health cabinets? 'Cause I never actually tried.
Oh, no. I thought when you said it, you knew.
Oh, it just says it in here in the notes.
Oh, okay. Well, good.
Was this a copy and paste job?
Yes.
Okay,
that was.
good then.
Okay. I'm reading right now off of the TF2 blog post that we got.
So that's good. You know, after you've lost your match, just go and viz and hang out next to the cabinet.
Yeah, and you're in Viz forever.
But you won't lose because you had a spy on your team.
Right. Let's see. Also, it says we've made a bunch of minor changes by adding particle systems and upgrading the HUD to show things like deaths by critical hits, players that are overhealed, and giving more information to medics when people are calling for them. Okay. Nice. Let's see. And they went on to say that these are just class balances, like we already said. And then it says the next class pack will be the Scout. Holy crap. We got answers, people. We got intel. This is from Valve's mouth. One of the main goals we're focusing on for him has been to provide tools that will make him useful in the map, in maps like Dust Bowl and Gold Rush. If you have any ideas for what you think might work, send us an email. Okay, so they're still looking for posting their forums, kind of like they did with the Heavy. They said, "Hey, anybody got an idea? Give it to me." Let's see. Also, they say that they are very active in working on a massive Xbox 360 update.
Yes.
That's good news. It might cost something. We don't know. They didn't actually say.
I don't think you're allowed to give away that kind of stuff on that
No,
Xbox
yeah.
360.
That's why they've always said that they wanted to wait as long as they could and pack in as much as they can. For
They're
the
putting the
update.
whole year's worth of updates into this. So.
Yeah. That makes sense. Certainly, if you have to pay for it, you better be paying for a crap load of stuff. Let's see. So that's good news, Xboxers. Let's see. Xboxers. Would that be like someone who used to box in the ring?
Or used to wear underwear.
Ah, good one. Also, it says we're working on bringing over a variety of engine improvements for Left 4 Dead into the TF2 engine. Cool. I like that.
No, so you've jumped from on the loudspeaker to some other thing, right?
No, this is just the blog post, and that actually concludes what was included in the newest blog post. This
concludes this portion of the program.
Now, one thing they did say on that upgrade to the L4D stuff was that they couldn't do the full engine because they would have to move up versions of DirectX, and they didn't want to do that yet for people who couldn't handle it.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So and then at the same time I saw something on Steam where they were doing some sort of survey on hardware and stuff. So I wonder if they want to get the survey and kind of use it as a look, everybody's upgraded. Let's go ahead and do the full thing.
Right.
Maybe they've looked in there as they're trying to do this to see that actually we can't do it if we don't do it all the way.
Oh, I see.
So now maybe they're kind of looking over to see if they can do it all the way. Who knows? That's pure conjecture.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's talk about the actual patch updates that were included in this patch this week. The first bullet, we'll just run through these. Some of these might be repeats of what I just said, but...
That's where I got confused. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
You could, if you want to, you could just skip down to...
Let's just do the ones that I haven't mentioned. Some changes to the second part of the first stage of Gold Rush have been made to give attackers more of an advantage.
I think that the attackers needed an advantage on the first part of Gold Rush.
I didn't either.
Did you play it? Did you see what they did?
I heard that they took the pipe out. The jumping pipe.
One of the main things they did is, the sniper deck?
Yeah.
It's now enclosed, and there's windows up there. And the bottom part is completely enclosed. Like where that pipe was that you could jump across? No, there's a wall there, completely enclosing that bottom area off. And then you go upstairs, and it's closed off except for one wall that you could jump through that's open, but kind of it's a doorway. And then there's two windows looking out over everything else. So you can really get some snipers up there.
But that's...
I didn't think that was needed.
Yeah, I don't think it's hard to defend stage 1.
Mm-mm.
No, that's not for defending. That's for attacking.
To give the attackers more of an edge.
Oh.
Which I see that stage fail a lot, and really your stage 1 shouldn't fail a lot in my eyes.
Why not?
It should be close, I think, because it's you want to see the full map. I think most of those end on that last map. I think they're the hardest to attack on, and I think that's how it should be, because you're kind of playing this whole map, and if you always played just the first part and it just kept flip-flopping, and you never saw those last two parts, why even have those last two parts? Make those a new map.
I don't see why you should have a part of a map if there isn't a chance you can lose it.
Well, there is a chance you can lose it.
Okay.
And I just think you have to play epic to get an epic win on the first part.
Okay.
Which they did against me in one, and I felt bad.
Let's see. What's another one here?
They added an achievement tracker that will allow people to choose specific achievements that they're trying to get.
And I don't know if y'all played with this, but this is actually kind of cool. If you go to your achievements now, there's little check boxes for every single achievement, and you can actually hide all the achievements that you've already done. Mm-hmm. So you can get this list of just those achievements, and you can click the check boxes. And now when you go play the class, on the left side, think of like World of Warcraft or some MMO where it has your quest tracker. It now basically has an achievement tracker on the left side that tells you what you need to do, and it actually kind of tracks your progress in it too.
Excellent for farming, I would say, right?
Yeah, and it's awesome because you can just sit there and always remember what you're working on.
Yeah.
And I went ahead and checked all mine because I really only have I think less than 20 overall that I needed to do. So I didn't have one class that had a whole bunch on it.
Wouldn't it be nice, though, if they gave you some kind of reward for getting all of the achievements? Something like your name is bold.
Oh, they give you a blowjob. They come to your house and give you a blowjob once you get them all.
Something to change the look of your name, maybe in the scoreboard, or I don't know, something. Maybe an optional crown that you can wear. Maybe some
a tiara and a nice sparkly dress.
Yeah.
Speaking of, in Left 4 Dead, I just got crowned the other night. It's awesome. Witch in one shot.
Oh,
and it was during versus. I hate to.
Do it.
Okay, I'll backtrack. Okay, so it was a versus match, and it was two hunters, just standing around the witch because they want you to shoot. So I said, screw this. And I just ran up there and just popped her in the back of the head twice and killed her. Got the achievement, and we killed the hunters, and we went on. It was awesome.
See, that's good. That's how you should do it.
Now, we have another bit here about Demo Man stickies, and we have an MP3 for it.
Hey guys, my name is AJC, and I just want to know what you guys thought about the new Team Fortress 2 update. I mean, of course, the new update that made the dispenser and all the other buildables have levels was really good, but just the part where when the enemy team shoots your sticky grenades from a demo man, they just disappear like that. I don't think that was a very good move in my opinion. I just want to know what you guys thought, because, I mean, if they shot it, then you really would have no chance of destroying that sentry gun inside the corner that might kill your entire team.
Since we were already getting to this spot anyway, because he references to the new change with these Demo Man sticky bombs, and Wes being a demo, what do you think about it?
I feel as if my soul has been crushed and that I am a shell of a man.
I don't really get it.
I don't know why they did it.
I mean, I don't really. The only thing I see is this was really to me, an Engie update overall. And they made all these updates for the Engie, and then they made a few changes that kind of went around the Engie. And I think that's why this was put in there, because Engies were having such a hard time keeping their guns alive to Demo Man. Because there is some sort of frustration as an Engie when you just see those stickies coming and you don't know where he is.
But can't you shoot him with your gun and knock him away?
You can try to. And I think that's the best thing to try to do. But a lot of times you see those stickies and you're just like, son of a, here goes my gun. Someone help me. And then boom, it's gone. And I think this is a way where you can shoot them. And sometimes, I don't know. I don't agree with that. I think there's something else they could have done. Maybe they could have made an upgrade to the sentries or something. Yeah. I don't know. But overall, I think it's really crazy.
To me, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, basically, it makes stickies into not like now your goal is to shoot them off as quick as possible. You don't want to lay traps with them anymore, and that's sort of the opposite of what you want to use them for, you know? Yeah. Also, you know, when I am a medic and I'm picking somebody to take out a sentry, don't get me wrong, demo men can take them out if they're far away, but in general, if they're closer, I'm going to choose a different class. So, you know, do we see a nerf on pyros? Shoo, no. You know, do we see a nerf on soldiers? No.
Here's some comments from the chat room. Adesti Infidelis says, I think an appropriate nerf for the demo man was a 3-second delay before you can detonate the stickies.
I don't think that's a bad idea. Additionally, what I think would be good, and this might be something for the Engie update, is, you know, maybe your sentry gun generates, maybe you can have a sentry gun that generates like a short-term invulnerability. Maybe you can have 5 seconds of an invulnerable sentry gun that recharges once every minute and a half, but it doesn't shoot while it's invulnerable.
Or what if it could just be magnetized, but reversed magnetized, so it repulses any kind of thing, so stickies would pop off and fall off.
Yeah,
and so they wouldn't cause as much damage. They would still be in blast range.
Or an EMP blast, something that recharges every once in a while. Yeah. So if somebody puts a bunch of stickies, you can go boop, hit your sentry, and it does an EMP and kills the sentries around. But anybody being able to kills the stickies. Anybody being able to kill stickies, that's just stupid.
Yeah. I think, to me, this was a change for the Engie, so why not base it on the Engie? Give the Engie a gun that can do it. Maybe not kill them, but maybe you could do like...
Maybe you could break them with your wrench.
You know, the Pyres sweep them off now so much anyway. It's like, what was the need for this?
Yes.
I don't know. I agree with you completely. I don't think this was a good update for the demo man. And I agree with, who was it? Roaming Soul, maybe, who was talking about them drinking in the bar together.
Who?
Crying. Demo man.
Oh, yeah.
Crying demos at the bar.
They all got alcohol. Now they can use it for something.
All right. What else did we have? Well,
they also changed the icons in the HUD for the medics to give more information.
Yeah, that's like if the target is low on health or on fire.
Yeah.
That's neat. I mean,
playing a medic, it did not help me at all.
No, I mean those are little details that you really need to be aware of. You know, in the heat of battle, when you're healing someone or following someone around, I don't know if that's really something that's... I don't know. It's there. It'll probably really only affect those who play a lot and need a little extra. You know, have more brain cycles than they have. You know what I mean?
Brains.
Then they have reaction to whatever. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Okay, what now? There's a now a custom. Oh, yeah,
particle effects.
The critical hit thing. Okay, there's now a custom icon for death messages when the player was killed by a crit, and it's like a red background on the icon that shows that you were killed by a crit. I just think that's cool. It really doesn't matter either way, but it's just like you can see the amount of times crits kill people. It's just kind of like to keep statistics in your head, like, oh my god, I've got 5 crit kills in a row. That would just be something just for you to know and go, wow, this is neat. I don't know why is this happening. Or maybe like a back burner would probably kill someone with a crit, or I don't know.
I think it'd actually be good for those kind of instances that you can go, look, that pyro keeps critting people. He's obviously using the back burner.
Yeah.
Or, okay, he just got a string of crits. He's probably crit screed right now or something.
Right.
So you can kind of get some actually useful statistics out of it, as well as just, trivia statistics.
Yeah, and that combat log is very useful. I really like the fact that they just turned it red instead of added more text or added another string or anything like that. You want to keep it as simple as possible. You have a shape, and then you have a person's name, and then a shape. I mean, it's very simple. So adding color coding is great. They could keep doing that too, as far as I'm concerned. That yellow means this, green
Eric
means
likes
that.
the glow.
I do. So good on you, Valve. All right, what next? Added new particle effects for when a player enters the water. Woo! Little splash. Neato. Okay. Oh, here's another particle effect. Added smoke to the feet of a soldier who is rocket jumping. I think that's neat.
Now, do y'all think this is just because they're starting to integrate the L4D engine in there and they're able to do some?
I think they're upgrading
stuff?
I think they're upgrading the DirectX, and they have access to new effects. And
I also think that they're probably trying to make. I mean, it probably anything that has a differing effect, they want to provide a differing effect on. For instance, a rocket jump should look different than a regular jump. Mm-hmm. So they're saying, well, when you do, well, sure, why not? Let's put some smoke down there.
It might have been one of those little notes that the developers had early on in the phase, and they thought, well, we'll get to it when we get to it. So now we're starting to see some really little changes, like the water splash. It might have been on the table for months and months and months before they actually got around to it, because really that shouldn't take high priority, right?
Or do you think some of these changes were changes that the team that normally does the unlock changes, who were busy working on Left 4 Dead, maybe this is what that team's been doing all this time until they're like, hey, I know y'all weren't doing anything, but we got an update y'all can push out. Here's our particles.
Yeah. Have fun, guys. Yeah, could be.
Or maybe this is what the fans really, really want in the changes for their game. Maybe this is what they've been sending in, saying, Valve, I want a splash. I want smoke at my feet.
Give me smoke.
I think you're right.
Priorities. Valve is responding to the listeners.
Thank you, Valve. I'll get that link on your website.
To our listeners.
Smoke and smoke.
Not anybody else's.
And is that it, really?
More particle effects.
Oh yeah, players will now have some particles swirling around them, so other players can see when they are overhealed.
It's that particle effects team at work.
Yeah, it's that team going crazy, staying overnights, just pulling long hours. Okay, so altogether, I say it was an awesome pack of stuff. I don't know about the demo thing.
Well, I want to talk more about this. I mean, we kind of glossed over
stuff. Okay, yeah. So
we kind of glossed. Yeah, I want to talk about the Engie stuff because we glossed over everything. Now, as an Engie, there's some maps where you've got to move the placement of the teleporter so much that it's hard to get it up to level 3 and really want to get it to level 3 because you're like, I'm about to move it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's a good point. What I think is, okay, as an Engie, you build your dispenser. You're making your little camp, right?
Your fortress.
Yeah, your little fort, and you got your dispenser to the left of you, and it's built. You're done.
I like to put my dispenser to the right of me.
Ah, you're one of those.
I like to put mine behind me.
Nice, kinky.
I've heard that about you.
So right here, I'm going to put my sentry, and I'm going to keep upgrading it until I can't upgrade it anymore. But I'm standing right next to my dispenser. That's just how I do it. It feeds me as I feed the sentry.
Okay, so you're a feeder. You like it to always be in contact where you can just smack this.
Yes,
right.
I'm the same way.
Unless I'm close. If I'm close to some ammo, I'll take a quick run. Especially if there's another Engie helping me, I'm usually going to run somewhere.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, that's what I do a lot of the times. But I've started doing this new tactic where I actually kind of get at max distance of a smack, to the gun, and then I step back another foot or two, and then place my dispenser. because it gives me a good run to get out of the splash damage from a soldier or something.
Okay.
But I can get fast enough that I can jump up, get that one hit to fix it, jump back, and do this kind of jump back and forth. And I found that you can keep a gun alive much longer because you don't die from that splash like you do.
Yeah.
Maybe with the level 3 dispenser, you don't die from that splash nearly as much.
Right.
I haven't really been able to work with it that much to see, but
See,
that
I just am one of those people that whenever the rockets start coming at me, I just close my eyes and keep hitting and hope my gun kills the soldier before I die.
and you're praying the medic Ubers
Yes.
you.
I'm like, somebody please save me.
So that's my workflow. Okay, so I have the sentry up to 3. Now I have a lot of downtime if I'm going to sit here and babysit my dispenser. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just upgrade my dispenser because I'm babysitting. What am I going to do? Just stand around? Like, it gives me something to do.
Absolutely.
And I finally don't have to pretend like I'm looking busy anymore. Now, usually what I'll do if I'm bored, I'll just run around with my shotgun.
Well,
I won't get too far away.
That's what real engineers do, is they sit at their desk and look busy.
Exactly. So now it's like we have, some paperwork or something. I mean, instead of running around trying to take pop shots with my shotgun, I can actually upgrade the thing and get it all the way up. And by doing that, it's just way awesome. I mean, you just walk by and graze one of these things, it heals you so fast. The metal comes out really quick.
Okay.
The metal comes out really fast. So if your sentry's getting shot at and you're right next to your level 3 dispenser, I'd have to say it would take a crit rocket to take that thing out. What?
Maybe.
You're staring at me.
No, I was just thinking.
Except for crits don't hurt stuff.
They don't hurt stuff.
Crits. You can't crit an object. You can crit a person. You can't crit an object.
Since when?
You can't crit a sentry gun.
Screenshot.
No, I swear. That's true.
Really?
Yeah. Don't you remember from the old days that's one of the things that Sigma learned is that when you shoot rockets at a gun, it doesn't matter whether it's a crit or a regular rocket. It's going to do the same amount of damage to a gun. Yep.
I thought I remember someone saying that too, but now you can actually prove it, I think, by looking to see what the gun looks like when you hit it with a crit. Does the crit show up as it crit hit it, or if it doesn't matter, it probably wouldn't show up, right?
Good point.
So this is something I should have paid attention to because
back in TF2 class.
Yeah, exactly, because I totally wasn't thinking right. Okay, well, that's good to know.
The one thing that I have been noticing a lot is people are badgering, and I am saying badgering engineers much more now. They're like, why isn't that, teleporter up to level 3 yet? We need those level 3 teleporters. And I just want to say there's some maps where you're not going to see those level 3 teleporters, so get over it. And honestly, as an engineer, I usually just switch classes at that point if I get badgered.
Yeah.
Well, I've just got to, the problem is there's so much spy sweeping of your spawn that, for the most part, I usually don't think I'm going to be able to keep my teleporters up anyway. Because even if I'm there protecting my exit, unless I'm going to go back and watch my entrance, which I'm surely not going to do.
Right.
Yeah. The entrance is tough when you're having to move up because your spawn's moving up a lot. And the other thing is when it gets destroyed on either end, it reverts back down to a level 1. So you got to put it back up to a level 3 again. Right. Now, if you take an end down, does that automatically take it to a level 1 too? I almost thought it did, but then I was thinking, well, maybe not.
Oh, are you talking about dispenser? No, you're talking about the teleporters.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
If someone blows up your teleporter, it goes back to level 1.
Okay.
Now, if you have a level 3 exit and your entrance gets destroyed, is it back at level 1?
It's all the same thing. You can upgrade either end, and it basically upgrades your teleport system.
So then if you rebuild your entrance, it'll be a level 1 entrance.
Yes. Once it gets destroyed, it goes back to level 1. So you got to rebuild and go back up to level 3.
Hey, that's better than it going away. Yeah,
that is true, but it's still like what I'm saying is when you have to move it up and keep moving your thing, it's hard to keep it at level 3.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
And so people need to respect those maps where you're moving a lot, that it's going to be hard to get level 3. Now, one thing I have been doing is I don't put up my exit until I have the entrance to a level 3, because you can do it that way, and you have a level 3 entrance and then run out and put out your exit, and then it's automatically a level 3 exit.
Yeah, that's how I was doing it, because usually your entrance is going to be safe from, far
Safer,
away.
yeah, and it's right next to a big, it's a probably next to a cabinet of ammo,
right?
So you can pump it up real fast,
right? Okay.
Now let's talk about this evil spy thing.
Evil spy.
Yeah.
Now you're down on this, aren't you?
Yeah, who, me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty bad. The thing is, I noticed my ability to play a spy increased tenfold. Just being able to be perma in
And you're a terrible spy.
It's my least played class. I'll give you that.
You're really bad at it.
But, there was a map where I honestly believe, because I was out there doing what I was doing as a spy, that we won and basically controlled the map. It wasn't just hey, we eked it in. It was they had no sentry guns on the last point. They had no teleporters. They had nothing, because there was this crazy spy running around killing everything, and there's nothing they could do about it because I was invisible.
I was wondering why there were so many spies running around on Friday night, because, I didn't notice. Well, that's just it. And I was playing a demo, and I was like, I'm not doing very well.
Yeah.
Because you put down that sticky and then shoot it.
Gentlemen. Lots of gentlemen.
So, but what I'm saying is, if I can really, move a map in that direction singly by myself, then it's too overpowering. If any one person can do that, it's a team game. It's not a single player game. And it should have to involve at least 80% of the team to get a win, in my eyes.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Well, I know there's a lot of spies out there that don't agree with this. And I'd like to just say, play Demoman for a little bit.
Yeah, do. Play demo, and I'll play spy, because I want to feel powerful. Like I don't feel anymore. Anyway, so.
Yeah, I think, just a little comment in there, I think one of the things that really bothered me about playing spy, and I really like playing spy, I think that's my third most played class, is the cloak always runs out before I want it to run out. And it's always by seconds. It's always like, almost did I make it to this area here where I was expected to be, I don't know. It's always really close, and it's always really bugged me. Nothing else about the spy bugs me, but I always wish that it was just a few seconds longer. I don't really have that kind of longing for any of the other classes. There's never a point where I just wish for just a little bit extra. All the other classes I'm perfectly happy with. I'm perfectly happy with the Engie, the Pyro, everyone. But so I
wish my medic
great for me.
Was a little bit faster.
Really?
Because I'm tired of getting burned.
Oh, okay.
Like I wish that the medic was,
thought medics were faster than pyros.
They are, but not
enough.
Not quite enough. Like if you were just a little bit faster, you might be able to get away from the gun before it kills you.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's valid. Well, what about you? Do you have a class that you wish you could tweak slightly?
I wish they would take this away from the spies. And,
to take it away?
And give the demo band back stickies.
Well, now, the one thing that I like, and did I mention this already in this podcast?
What's that?
About how when it first came out, it was rumored that it was that you weren't going to be able to pick up the ammo while you were cloaked.
Oh,
I think that would have made the change much better. That or making you sparkle when you pick up ammo while you're cloaked, kind of like when you hit someone, or when you're hit by, like right. when you're hit by a bullet. I think something like that would be much better. But to just run over ammo and your cloak be refilled, it's scary.
Yeah, that doesn't seem logical to me.
I mean, can you imagine Shine Spiked now? I don't even want to get in a map with Shine Spiked.
I know. He's already been brought up 3 times in chat. Anyway, well, that's just it. I think that, the way the game goes now, that a spy is not going to be able to just cloak all the way across the map. That if you pay attention to certain areas, you can watch for when he comes out and goes back in. Because like, especially on these maps with big, wide open areas, they have to be in disguise or they won't be able to cross the area without being seen. So you can watch for weird behavior. Well, nowadays you can't even do that. If there is any kind of ammo that's just slightly out of your sight, they can grab it and keep going and cloak as far as they want.
Well, another thing that I don't even know if people are thinking about is the fact of how well a spy, and I actually use this quite a bit, is how well a spy can keep another team from having ammo. Like, once you get rid of a dispenser and you just keep running over that big ammo right next to where the engineer loves to build his gun and he can't build it because he's not getting any ammo, you can just keep them depleted of ammo. And you're just keeping yourself in biz. That's all you're doing. You're not actually doing anything else in the game. And that's
a good strategy.
It's odd. It's odd to put that ability in there.
Interesting. Deprive the
Denial.
other team. Yeah,
Denial.
deny them of their metal.
I mean, because that's half of how I play a spy. I go for teleporters first. I don't worry about guns that are up right away. I run back to the back lines and I get rid of those teleporters. Because once people start dying and they don't have teleporters to get back there, they're having that deficiency. And then you start working your way back, and now you're behind everything, running up with everybody else. And you can start getting rid of the guns and getting rid of people and just really just destroying that way.
Yeah. Oh, and it's Nivik1 says, and it makes pyros that much more important.
Yeah, as if
Very
pyros
true.
weren't important already.
Great. We got more stuff to do, more jobs.
I know. So on a scale of 1 to 3, I give it super sucky.
On the spies?
Yeah.
I'll go with that. I mean,
like
someone did. Romy Soul did make a decent point that, you know, who watches weapons and ammo sitting there and it disappears and thinks it just went away. I mean, obviously, you know, a spy went over it, but the fact is, you don't know where. You know, you don't know which way. You don't know what. You have no clue which way he's going. To me, that doesn't help, except for, hey, we have a spy, which you pretty much probably know that because your gun's sapped.
Right. Okay. Well, are we done?
I believe so. For now, until we play a little more and maybe get some more, some new strategies using these updates. But I think that'll about do the discussion.
Okay.
Very cool. Very exciting.
So now it's time to move on to listener contributions.
Yay.
Listener contributions. Listener contributions.
Done.
Nud.
Done.
All right, and you've now entered the silly portion of the show. Let's kick this
Which
off.
class would you like to have introduce the listener contributions? Which class would you like to have read the listener contributions?
Chief,
Which class would you like? Okay, I'm sorry.
You know what's exciting, though, today, this week, this episode, right now, the one you're listening to currently, we have a very minimal amount of which class questions.
I thought you were going to say none. Like minimal. Let's just drop them. Can we drop them?
You know, they're disguised as other questions. It's very unique. Now, we've I believe we've gotten so many because we have about 15, I think, today. Usually we don't have that many, but I think after the last few episodes, actually, we've been complaining that we get this, but we will continue to read them because that's what you want to hear. I think. We think. I don't know. So I think everyone is feeling bad, and they're starting to send us like real questions and stuff. So today. And I'm saying minimal because there's some unique ones in here that kind of slip it in somehow. It's very tricky. But let's kick it off with a song because this is I Drink Your Milkshake's new song, and we made him Player of the Week last week.
Yep.
And he was very thankful for that. And he says, I will give you a new song every week if you play it on the air. And why wouldn't we? That's awesome. What do you think?
We've always wanted a segment.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, totally. A musical segment even. So anyway, here's his new one called We're Gonna Bleed Tonight.
Coming up next on Radio TF2.
I Drink Your Milkshake.
Another awesome thing came from My Drink Your Milkshake. My Drink Your Milkshake.
Hello, Control Point. This is I Drink Your Milkshake once again. And I have another song parody for you. And this song parody idea was sent in to me by Andrew Devon, and I just thought I'd make it for him, so thanks, Andrew. And it's a parody of Afternoon Delight, and it's called We're Gonna Bleed Tonight. Well, I'm here in Orange X, and there's nothing inside. Gonna grab the control point, man, I'm so excited. My stats Rockets are awesome and my future looks bright. I'm playing here for hours in the pitch black night, but the inexperienced soldiers are here to play. No matter how much we beg and plead, they'll give us hell with their crit rockets anyway. Crit rockets in flight, gonna bleed tonight. We're gonna please tonight. We're gonna please tonight. He comes up from behind you and he shoots you dead. Crit rockets are the only reason he doesn't get shot in the head. You try and crock block, but to no avail. In the end, new soldiers are the only ones who will prevail. Crit rockets in flight, gonna bleed tonight. We're gonna please tonight. We're gonna please tonight.
His mom must be so proud.
That was awesome.
Oh, that was
a
great.
really good harmony too.
I know, and I really like the minor key part. That was awesome.
Oh,
I drink your milkshake.
wow, that's great. So that was very good.
Bravo, bravo.
Good job. We're all dancing and air guitaring and air drumming while we were listening to that just now.
See, I'm going to confuse Eric. He's going to look on the WAV file and be like, did we need to pause there?
And Bulletstorm is in the chat room. He is lamenting the fact that he was writing a parody using the same song. He was making Dust Bowl Delight, and I still urge him to do so.
Oh, Dust Bowl Delight. Very
Yes, we can have the Battle of the Delights.
nice. Yeah. So, once again, I drink your milkshake. Very, very cool.
I drink your milkshake.
Yes.
Are you trying to see if he'll add that to the intro bumper?
Oh, yeah. And, that's right. Yeah. I forgot. Yeah, he did this really cool intro. Yeah, that was really cool. Because it was like using your voice and my voice.
I drink your milkshake.
I drink your milkshake.
I drink your milkshake.
I drink your milkshake.
Drink your milkshake.
Shake, shake.
Shake.
Okay, there's some material to work with. All right. Let's go into some images. Things in which you cannot see because this is an audio podcast. These are sent in by Enterprise A, which, a.k.a. Benthau.
Bentheo.
He has sent in
I Bentheo you over my sentry gun and did damage.
Nice one. Damage, huh?
I don't know.
So this one, the first one he sent was a Penny Arcade. It's one I missed. I usually see Penny Arcade.
You never saw that one?
No, I never saw that one.
That was back in the good old days, and that has been people's sprays. I mean, you notice the date on it: 2007, 9/21.
9.
That's when the game first came out.
Yeah.
And yeah, he sent us the Penny Arcade where they have the heavy medic combo.
Yeah.
And
it's like shoot this one.
Shoot this one, and he's got the medic circled and the arrows. This one right here.
Yeah.
So.
And if I did see it, maybe I forgot and now it's funny again.
Yes.
I don't know. The second one is a Oktoberfest. It's just a really menacing medic standing on a pile of dead bodies, and it's pretty good. And then the third one is the
same picture but done in Gmod.
Oh yeah, it is. It's true. So we'll just link those. So check those out. Go to the show notes.
We've got an email from David in Anaheim, California. He's Tuesday the 5th on Steam. He was thinking about unlocks for the Engie, and outside the usual weapons, he wanted to see if we had any ideas for additional buildings. For instance, he was thinking for the Sentry, the Flame Tower. Now, this idea has actually gone around quite a bit. The whole idea of a short-range flamethrower Sentry has sort of been around.
Yep.
But the idea is that all the code for burning people is already in the game, and only one class can do it. So a flame Sentry seems logical. His second idea was a springboard, and it was to replace the dispenser. And you have a player stand on it, and it launches them up in the air at a slight angle. So you can launch people up onto walls or onto sniper decks.
That's awesome.
And I think that if you defended it properly, Like imagine 2-Fort, but you've got that down there in the front and you've got a gun guarding it, and you get some people to help defend it, and you can get a bunch of people up onto the sniper deck.
You know what, though? That borrows from the Demo's jump and the Soldier's rocket jump. That kind of takes away their special ability to do that, and now it gives it to everyone.
Well, as long as you're teamed up, but it's Team Fortress, and that's the whole point.
No, true. I would like to see it not happen, though. At first, I thought it was a cool idea, but that would make Demos and Soldiers very angry.
I agree with you, Eric.
It would make me angry. And number 3 and 4.
Well, of course, because you try to do sticky jumps now, and people just blow up the sticky under your feet.
Blah, 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 blah.
Ooh, owned.
Really? I owned him with a blah blah?
That was kind of lame.
I was just trying to make him feel better.
Oh, okay.
I don't feel bad. I just feel like, why talk?
No, you.
Oh.
Anyway.
The last thing he mentions is and I got to read this because it's kind of weird, force field wall.
Blah, 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 blah. Burn.
Would you like to?
Burn.
He owned.
Go on.
Yeah, he did. Actually, he did. His was better than mine. Anyway, it's a 2-part, left side and right side, max distance apart, maybe 10 feet, and it stops bullets and projectiles from passing through, but not people. So if you dump enough ammo into it, and if you shoot it enough, it shuts down and has to recharge. So it creates cover.
Oh, I see.
That can sort of work.
I think they should just make the
wall.
Engie Sentry gun be able to upgrade to the sniper version that goes up like 40 feet in the air and then can snipe people from like anywhere.
So it's a wall.
Yeah, basically.
Sorry, I'm still stuck on the wall. I was trying to imagine it's like a bubble of defense.
Well, basically, yeah. You put down a left and a right side, and it makes some cover.
Okay.
So let's say you create some extra cover for your sentry so that it can't be attacked from the front. Even though it's out in the open, but then if it takes enough damage, it drops.
Okay.
For a little while till it recharges again.
Hey Brent, doesn't
yes?
Isn't there like a tank in Warhammer that can do that? When they do some sort of like shield, and then the people behind them in a cone are protected.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm thinking about. Like, he's the wall basically, right?
Yeah.
So everyone behind the wall is protected, but he's mobile.
Yeah, or it's also like the new Death Knight's ability in WoW that they can stop the magic kind of through the wall or dampen it.
That's right. Okay.
You can never stop the magic.
So
keep the fire burn. I don't know why that came to my mind when you said that.
Yeah, I don't either. Next.
Change it. Well, okay. Did anybody else have any ideas for engineer buildings?
Buildings?
Yeah, for other engineer unlocks.
Well, we're doing the scout unlocks, though, right? Next,
I know. Well, he was asking about Engie unlocks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was what the question was.
These were his ideas, the force field.
Like I said, I like the force field popping the stickies and stuff off, but that's not really enough. Like I don't know about abilities that go towards just one class. It's got to have multiple. Like, what if no one's playing a demo? What does it matter?
Yeah.
You know what would be neat is if the Engie could build a some sort of like an elevator or a lift or a scaffolding, basically just a temporary thing that can allow maybe.
And you hate elevators.
I
know,
came up
I
with
do.
That,
but I think it's a good idea.
But it can't be permanent. I don't know. Say.
Well, it could be like a teleporter, right?
Yeah, kind of.
And you could upgrade it. So it could actually be the opposite of the teleporter. You can either do the teleporter or you can make the lift.
So it could kind of be like a springboard.
No. A slow lift that takes you straight up a certain amount of height.
Yeah, so it could be like a springboard.
No.
Shoots you
nothing
straight
like
up.
blah, 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 blah. Blibbity blah.
Oh, Bulletstorm says long distance sentry. You know, the
that's
rockets,
what I said, the sniper sentry.
Oh, snipers. Oh, that's what you said.
40 feet up in the air so you can see everything, and then it has a sniper rifle.
Periscope. Wouldn't that be cool to see remotely?
That'd be kind of neat. I'm liking these. Come on, keep going.
Some the chief already kind of has that though. He kind of has this remote vision thing.
I think instead of a dispenser, he could put a console next to him that actually had like a radar. It was almost like a mini map right next to him that detected whether it was an enemy or a whatever.
I just thought, okay, like a surveillance room. Like you're a security guard. Yeah. You have like 6 monitors, so you could go around putting cameras in each room.
Okay, what if you had a spy unlock and a Engie unlock that worked together? The spy could go put a camera up somewhere, which the engineer could view on his monitor.
Oh, that's nice. And the cameras have hit points, so they can be destroyed.
Or maybe, no. The engineer puts up the camera somewhere. Or maybe he can get the scouter. So maybe anyone can do it if they take it off his thing, right? They take the camera off and they can go put it somewhere.
Yeah, okay.
Then you can see it from there. Hold on. Now the spy gets a new ability where he can put a picture up in front of the camera.
When do I get to say blah, blah, blah?
Whenever you want. Turn this mic off. And so the spy can put a picture up in front of the camera.
Oh, that's
so
hilarious.
now you don't see anything in front of it.
Oh, right? That's funny. I like that. Like a static picture of the room. Oh, that's good.
Maybe some cardboard boxes, and you can pull them over your head and walk around with them.
Oh, nice. Like, what was that game? Was it No One Lives Forever?
No, it was Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, yeah. Why was I thinking? So many games, so many crates. Okay. Well, okay, so that was cool. That was a fun question. All right. Let's go to the next one. What do we have?
An email from Tyler. He says, "Hi, CP people. I'm a long-time listener, but I've played on the cold and empty Xbox version. And I was wondering, would it be a big change to go from the Xbox version to the PC?" Now, I don't remember the episode number where we had the guy who covered this. The main adjustment is, from what I remember him saying, is that there's significantly more players in the average game. Right. So you're dealing with multiple fronts. You get killed a lot more than you do in the Xbox version. Additionally, the skill curve goes up as well. Did he not say that as well?
I think so. And basically, I think how it came off to me is it was a completely different game in the fact that the Xbox game was more deathmatchy, whereas PC version was, you're working toward a goal, but he basically said you just went out and tried to kill as many people as you could, not really working as a team or anything like that. That was more of the goal.
Right.
So anyway, those are the major changes.
Not to mention custom maps and all that.
Custom maps and aiming. Aiming with the thumbstick is a completely different experience. Your accuracy with a mouse and keyboard is really unsurpassed. And that was the other thing, is you're dealing with snipers who can actually hit things. So it changes a lot of stuff.
Yeah. And being griefed by admins of the server.
Yeah. So our next email is from... Does anybody else want to read this stuff? I'm just gabbing.
No, go ahead. You're a good readist.
This is from Stuart Stone. He has a class idea. I like that. Class ideas are better than class questions.
Oh, for sure.
So, his idea is the Frogman.
Okay? Yeah, I love the name already.
Yes. Name, Frogman. Occupation, Frogman. Anyway.
Age, Frogman.
Anyway, he's 5'2", and I really don't understand why a Frogman has to be tiny.
True.
But
true.
I mean...
Why is 5'2" tiny?
Does he...
That's pretty tall for a frog.
Evidently, he likes swimming. I don't know. I don't get that either. And
he's a frog.
And he impales anyone he dislikes. He has an Italian accent, a portable harpoon gun, an SMG that's actually useful, and a trench knife.
An Italian accent?
Yes.
Hello, it's me, Frogman. Something like that.
Ciao.
Give me all your...
Does he get a scooter too?
Exactly.
Ciao, baby.
He can't drown, but his fingers make but his flippers make a lot of noise, and he moves better in water than he does on land. His weapon pack would contain a harpoon gun with a higher rate of fire and weaker harpoons. Huh? His weapon. His expansion. Okay, yeah, his unlockable weapons. A sonar device that locates enemies behind walls, corners, and spies when cloaked but not disguised, and a trench knife that leaves a magnetic lock on a victim, which guides all your and just your firepower to the guy and guarantees a crit. It's just that it does a third less damage and needs to recharge after each hit for 5 seconds.
Okay, I love this. I love this idea of questions like this, but we don't have to get too specific. Let's just get the idea out there.
Yeah.
Because it's always great until it breaks down to, and his third toe does. Okay, no, we're going too far.
And if he does a taunt, it kills everyone in 20 feet.
But yeah, and someone mentioned in the chat room, he's not a frog. He's the frog man, like an aqua guy, like a guy with a scuba suit on.
Yeah.
Like scuba
I was
tank
thinking
Larry.
like Battletoads or something.
Scuba suit Larry.
Remember Battletoads?
Yes.
Okay.
I remember.
That's what I was thinking. That horrible.
I was thinking frogmen from, like...
From outer space?
Well, like, how in the Johnny Quest thing and on Venture Brothers, they have... Henchmen are always, there's frogmen, henchmen, with the snorkel and the...
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yep. But I do think it would be kind of funny to be running around with really loud flippers.
I agree. And he could have a mask on, too, and he could have to speak through the... yeah. And then everybody's like, is it a guy or a girl?
Okay, that was special. Oh, really? We got an MP3 from Ash.
Ash Williams.
I thought, wasn't Ash the one who was completely against these?
What, which class questions?
Yeah.
I think he was.
So why is he...
Okay, here we go.
Why, hello there, Controller Points. It's me, the one, the only, the best, Ash Williams. I know you're all just as sick of class questions as I am, but I actually have a serious one to ask you guys. If you had to choose, which class would you remove from the game? It could be for any reason. Maybe you hate playing against them. Maybe you hate playing as them. Maybe their voice commands annoy you. I don't know. Any reason. I expect to hear either spy or sniper from all of you. So if you choose one of them, please choose another class as well, other than the other aforementioned class. Just keep it interesting. So this has been Ash Williams, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful podcast.
I actually kind of like that question a little bit.
Yeah.
But I didn't like it when he threw the curveball at the end because he had me pegged. Because those were the two classes I was thinking about. Trying
of
to
course.
decide
I know. Of course. I could live without snipers totally and completely.
I was going to say, this day now, I would say spies because of the new change. But before that, I would have probably said snipers. I'm having fun with snipers right now.
Yeah.
So,
besides that, I'm going with heavy.
Really?
Because I just hate walking that damn slow.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I've been getting very frustrated playing the heavy lately.
I think Team Fortress needed a tank class. And I
guess I haven't been feeling like my heavies are very tanky. Like I feel like I don't know if it's the skill level or the unlock weapons or what, but I feel like you go down pretty quick as a heavy nowadays. I don't feel like you're standing there as the big mountain of meat you used to.
Yeah.
No, I can agree with you. It doesn't seem like they're as robust as they used to be.
And I don't know if they... I mean, maybe... do you think it would be good to allow the heavy to be overhealed more than other classes? Like maybe keep their existing hit points the same, but allow them to be overhealed a little bit higher, maybe? I
don't know, just for the fact that relatively they're probably overhealed more than other classes anyway.
Well, that's a good point.
So that would, I don't know. And, I don't know. They're still beefy.
If I was to remove a class... And this is hard because...
The chief and the cavalrymen. Both of them. Gone!
This is hard. But I would say the soldier. As much as I like the soldier, and I really do, he doesn't bring anything unique to the table. He shoots in a straight line. He shoots...
Look, just because you suck at playing soldier, don't try to bring it down that level.
Well, no. If you really break it down, what does he do? He shoots straight, large DPS bolts. It's just, what does he do? He can jump high, but so can the demo. What does he really bring? He's slow?
I think that the soldier is the ultimate utility class. It is the class that allows you to, deal with a lot of different situations that aren't specialized. I think that the straight line fire is extremely undercut by the fact that there's a delay in the bullet and you can see it coming and get out of the way. Mm-hmm. I mean, the soldier is a partial counter for every class in the game, but not a complete counter for any of them.
Okay.
I think you're debasing it a little too much. I mean, yeah, you can just shoot in a straight line at someone's head and miss a lot.
Yeah.
But if you want to actually hit people and do damage, you can't just run around doing that. You've got to be able to predict where they're going and where you need to fire if you really want to get a full-on like body shot and not just get splash damage. So it's but also to say that I would say most sentry guns are probably taken down by soldier.
Right.
Things
but
like that.
But the demo can do that. The demo is good.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Not
well,
anymore.
yeah, you're right about that. But I mean, it's hard to eliminate a class, but that would
So,
be
okay,
mine.
let me ask you this. Then why wouldn't you get rid of the demo man over the soldier?
Because he brings something very unique, the ability to remotely detonate. So he can remotely
Yeah, but if
cause
everybody's
DPS.
blowing up his stuff anyway, then he's never going to be remotely detonating anything anyway.
Well, that's something that no other class can do. The soldier can... he shoots things, but I mean, they're slow bullets, yes, so you can see them coming. No other class has a slow-moving bullet, but I don't see that being a good thing for the team, having a slow bullet. I don't know. I still stick with the soldier, although I would hate it because I like playing the soldier, but...
I just don't know. I don't see how... If your team doesn't have a soldier, I think you're in much worse of a place than a lot of other classes. Mm-hmm. Like, I think you can live without a scout or a spy
Scout
or
was
a
my second
sniper
choice.
or to some aspects a medic, but pretty much anything. And you could probably live without a soldier too, but I really don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah,
So
if there's not one soldier on the team, I'll often go soldier.
Well, what would you take out of the...
That's a tough one. I really do think it's balanced. I'm sniper and spy are easy calls because their abilities undercut certain things in the game that they're counters to stuff, but I don't feel like they're independent forces that drive the game.
Right.
I feel like the game could still go on without the sniper and the spy. Scout probably.
I wanted to say that, but I thought just as a team makeup, having a tank, a healer, and a fast-moving class and a DPS class is kind of all you need, and he would be that niche. He would be the fast class. Yeah. So I wouldn't take him out just because of that.
I don't know. I wouldn't miss scout rushes at all.
Oh, I definitely wouldn't either, and I don't play the scout, and that would be perfectly fine. But I see how they could be useful to have a fast class for whatever reason. Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of reasons why to have one, but...
And your reasoning is sound on that, on a soldier and deal man. Like, it really, if they had to make a choice, I could see that being...
But that'd be a sad
I've always thought of the demo man and soldier being a really close comparison of two classes. But honestly, soldier's such a staple of the game, they'll never take it out.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, next we have an email from Bulletstorm. He said, so I want to talk about PL Parallel. Never heard of it? Well, that's because nobody's made it yet. It's a payload map with 2 bomb carts, one for red and one for blue. The map is symmetrical and provides each team with an opportunity to push their carts forward while at the same time stopping the enemy's cart. What do you think? And I'd like to talk to some people in the Control Point community with some hammer skills. Happy holidays!
I think we've talked about this before, and I think even Valve talked about it before, is you really wouldn't have a game until the middle of the map, right? Unless they started at the same place.
That's what I was thinking.
If they started at the same place and you had to get going, then it's kind of like this, well, do we try to get our cart caught up to theirs, or do we go up and try to stop them?
Think about
that would be kind of cool.
A figure 8. If they meet in the middle as well, and then again at the end,
That could work as well.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. That'd be cool, too.
It's a neat idea.
So, Hammer people, if you feel like designing a map, contact Rusty Bullets. That's RUSTEH _. Oh, wait, no, wrong name.
Bulletstorm.
Bulletstorm. 2 words. Anyway.
Bulletstorm. Yeah.
Our next message is from Rusty Bullet, and I actually have an MP3 for this one.
Cool.
And so here we go.
Hey, Control Point, it's Rusty Bullet again, and I would like to say thank you for answering my question about making that PS3 clan. It has now been put into effect, and anyone who wants to join the PS3 Control Point clan can simply contact me and, make you part of it. Okay then, time for another question. Here it is. You guys had to spend a year on one of Valve's TF2 maps, which one would it be and why? And if you had to pick 2 of the Team Fortress 2 classes, Chief included, who would they be? Personally, I would probably pick the Heavy since he's mad at bacon. And, I wouldn't go hungry for a while. Or ever. Because as soon as I finish that last little piece of bacon, he's going to respawn. And plus the fact that he has, he's always got a sandwich with him. So I'm going to have some variety. Some days I can have a sandwich. Some days I can have a sandwich with bacon. It's pretty good. And maybe a little spicy mustard. And my second choice would probably be the Scout since he's about my age. And, it'll always be nice to have someone to hang out with. Alright then, that's about it. So just remember guys, I'm pretty good at art, so if you guys want me to do any little comic for you, just ask me. I'll try my best. You should probably ask someone else a little better too, just in case mine's not as good. Alright then, look forward to your next podcast guys. See you later.
Well. So I don't even know where to begin on this question.
So we got a cheesy class question after all.
Spend a year on a Valve map?
Yeah.
If you're living or playing?
I think it's living. And then the second question was like if you could spend a year with a TF2 class because I think
I don't a year on an official Valve map.
I might have to go with 2 Fort on this one. It's got a pool, you can go swimming.
Yeah. We answered this.
That downstairs part looks kind of cool and air conditioned, doesn't it? The part with all the computers, doesn't it look nice and comfy down there?
That's true.
I think I saw some snack rooms and break rooms down there too. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Dust bowl, bad water, all of those are a little dry, a little, I don't know.
Yeah, not so cozy. If you want to rough it,
Yeah, a little camping.
Now, the chat room started off with Hydro. And you'd have power.
Hydro has big rooms, big buildings. Outdoor area.
I just hate Hydro too much.
Yeah.
They do have garages.
Yeah.
Granary isn't too bad, but it's kind of run down. There's areas that are better than others, but, I don't know. Lumberyard. For those that feel like a little...
They want
alpine,
good view.
Good little view. Vacation home kind of thing. I would have to go... I think I would do Hydro or... 2 Fort. Okay, Hydro. I'll do that one. Yeah.
Now, if I absolutely had to, go, we're still in corporation. It's still where if we could pick, custom map, I'd go corporation.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Japan.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, and I don't really. We've done the classes that you get to be with until we're blue in the face.
I'm passing.
Until we're blue.
The chief. I like the chief and the
cavalryman. You can say
no, actually, cavalryman's been pissing me off lately. That guy is a jerk. I'm going with the Pokemon.
I'm going with the Frogman.
Frogman.
The Frogman.
He is Italian.
Oh yeah. Okay, he's got a scooter. Ciao.
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 And I brought a flag. Okay, let's move on. We've got an email from Adesta Infidelis. Hello again. I've got another Team Fortress dialogue related question for you guys. What is your favorite bit of dialogue of what I can only best describe as a kill response dialogue? For example, when an engineer kills several people in a short span of time with a sentry, he says, "Take it like a man." I've heard, I have to say that whenever I bash in a heavy skull with my bat as a scout, it warms the cockles of my heart when the scout says with an air of cocksuredness, "Eat it, fatty." And if you guys can stomach it, yet another class-related question.
Just stop right there.
Okay. So my favorite would probably be the pyro when he goes... Or maybe Engie saying "making bacon."
Yeah,
that's pretty good. That's
pretty good. My favorite is always going to be the demos. They're going to have to glue you together in hell.
Right. That's really good.
I don't have one. I don't kill enough people to hear that.
Yeah. What does the soldier say?
I don't remember.
You'd have to be playing, and then you're like, "Oh yeah, that's right." He just says that.
I don't remember. I can't remember if he says, the stuff about like, oh God, what is it now? If God had wanted you
to live, they wouldn't have created me.
Yeah,
I can't remember if that's a kill one. But
we have them surrounded, at least from this side. Yeah. Okay. What's the second part of this thing?
Does your favored class reflect who you are in real life?
Yeah, actually, yes, because I went grocery shopping just last Friday, and I went wearing a completely fire retardant suit and just started burning everybody. So, yeah, I fit exactly along the lines as a pyro.
How can you follow that?
You can't.
Okay.
You can't. Let's move on. Okay, we have an email from Ganon Slayer. If you were to create a map, what type of map would it be, and what sort of quirks would it have? What would it do different? What gimmicks would it have? And would it even be an established map type? I've already stated what I would do. I would have maps with different objectives. For instance, you'd go to one place and do one thing, and then go to another place and do another thing, and the entire strategy of the map would change based on your point.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like that last one that came out.
Steel?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like Steel.
Okay.
All right.
But remember, I was talking, even back when the game first came out, I wanted more...
Yeah, I'm not saying you copped that from Steel. I was just as an example.
Yeah.
Because mine is similar to that, except for that... we've had this question before.
Yeah, we had it in a... what would you do if you made a map?
Right. Basically, mine would just be a combination of what they had now, where you would, it'd be different legs, and the first leg would be you have to steal a briefcase, and you get the briefcase, and then you move on to the next level where you had to move the cart or whatever. Then maybe even got into an arena at the end, and then the last people alive.
So yours would be more a conflagration of existing map types. Mine would be using new gimmicks to create new situations. What about you, Eric?
Maybe a haunted house or an underwater stage.
Yeah.
Maybe. I know it'd be really annoying, but I'd like to at least see an entire underwater level done well.
I'd like to see. Thinking about the haunted house stuff. What if they could make it in Dayglow? Like a dark ride. Where, kind of like that part in Psychonauts with the bull.
Huh. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. That was a good stage. Or maybe a vertical map. We don't see a lot of vertical maps, and if we do, it's just a jump map or something. Yep. But I want to see an actual objective, kind of like the Donkey Kong one, but polished. Yeah. Something vertical, something having to do with going up and down.
Okay, moving on, we've got an email from Meatwad. It says, "Hello, CPers, Meatwad here. So I was in school today thinking of a few things to ask you guys that weren't class questions."
Yay, thank you.
And it was actually pretty tough, but I did manage to come up with a few. His first one is, why do red and blue hate each other so much? They're supposed to be construction and demolition companies, right? So is that the reason, or is there an ancient feud or mystery that is the source of the hatred?
Well, the lore is blue. They're the Builders League United. They do construction, brewing, plumbing, and mining. But it's actually a front for a major intelligence agency. Now, they have competition with another front for an intelligence agency, which is red, right? Reliable excavation demolition. Now, these guys specialize in excavation and demolition, bread production as well, and hydroelectric power. So basically, they're going head to head. It's a corporate world. Let the best man win. They're in business for stealing intelligence
or
for their
points.
Operations. Yeah.
They definitely like to control points.
Things like that. So, that I don't think any side will ever win. I think they'll always, and they're both led by the announcer, which is unique because the announcer's working on both sides.
It's kind of like red versus blue.
It is kind of like
the
that.
Cartoon.
It is.
Anyway, okay, question number 2. Adding 2 new teams. Now, we've covered this one before, too. What would the 2 new teams be? What colors would they be? What names would they have? In Team Fortress Classic, it was
yellow and green.
Yellow and green. And you could probably do something like to change the acronyms a little bit, kind of like blue. Maybe it would be yellow, YELLO. Or green, GREEN, grin,
NE.
I don't know, something. But anyway, I don't want to speculate on themes. You've got construction, deconstruction, maybe plumbers.
Yeah, one could be full of a bunch of pimps. They could be pimping out their hose.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah, one's a retailer.
A retailer?
Retailer.
Oh, specializing in shoes.
Yeah. He says this would be great if you could get all 4 teams on one map, like a max of 64 players, and servers that play this mode would be able to change the number of players from like 24 to 48 people and so on. I think it would be really cool to have some big chaos maps too. Mm-hmm. Typically, the problem with this kind of stuff with more than 2 teams is that you end up with an imbalance of forces. And it's kind of hard. I haven't really seen much good come out of that. Have you? Do you remember the 4-team games being any good?
From what I remember, they were much smaller. You know, it's usually like 4 to 6 person teams kind of thing, if that many.
Yeah. And it would seem like if one team went to go capture somebody's intelligence, then their base would be empty, and basically it's just a game of finding who isn't home.
Yeah, usually we ended up either sniping or it was a scout kind of rage, grappling hook, weird thing.
And his third question, he says, lastly, I'm sorry, but I just thought of a good question I couldn't resist to ask. What would you get each class for Christmas?
I think this is what I don't like about the class questions, is you've got to do something for every single damn one of them. Like, how about this episode, we just take the sniper?
Okay.
Okay.
I'd get him a toilet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, one of those little plastic kid toilets that you potty train on.
What would you give him?
I don't know. I haven't had time to think.
I would give him an Acer Aspire 1, a very small little laptop, so that he could surf the web and chat with his friends while he's camping out a spot.
Actually, I think I'd give him like a big bazooka or something.
Maybe headphones too, so he could listen to our podcast.
Yep, and figure out that his veins were pumping black blood.
Maybe that's it. I would give him a donation to the Control Point podcast on my name, in his name.
Nice.
You know,
excellent. He would hunt us down.
And actually, I'll go ahead and do all the classes. I would probably give a donation to the Control Point podcast in their name.
Nice.
I like where you're going with this.
I like that.
Okay, as a matter of fact, there are 9. So I think that we should ask our community members to make donations to Control Point in the name of the classes.
Mm-hmm. Do that now.
Yes.
So
www.networkers.com/network. You can see it in the donation right on the side there.
Quadawa. Fritz Quadawa.
Question of the week.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hey CP, Ifrit here. Firstly, I'd like to say it's not my fault that I couldn't send the message the other time because my internet was being stupid. So, yeah. Secondly, my question this week is, what if TF2 was an anime? What would it be like? And see ya.
What if TF2 was an anime?
I don't know.
I don't either.
It would be. I don't. You mean like a cartoon using all the characters?
Yeah.
It'd be like.
I think there would be a 3-way with the medic and the heavy snogging the pyro down in the basement of.
It probably would be kind of cheesy, like that old
like
Street Fighter. Remember the Street Fighter anime? Not the movie with the real action people, but like the animes that they did.
Oh yeah.
And
those
it basically
like the soldier would ask the scout, "Are you asking for a challenge?" "No way, you're just a kid. Maybe when you're older." And then the scout goes, "Hey, you!" And then jumps up in the air and then powers up. And then this, I don't know, some crap like that.
I don't have to take that kind of stuff off of a kid.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you home to your mommy.
And then the medic would have tentacles coming out that'd be sticking it in. Yeah. Anyway,
that's wrong.
Sorry.
Why do you bring this kind of horror to it?
It's the question. It's the question. If I say stuff like that, it moves the question further, faster.
Yeah.
So we don't have Player of the Week this week.
Yeah, we don't, do we?
I'm okay with that, actually.
We are?
Yeah.
Who asked the question that we spent the most time on?
Why don't we say this? Why don't we do like Time Magazine? Mm-hmm. The Player of the Week this week is all the CP members. All the CP members are Player of the Week.
We could do that.
All I know is
weak,
someone's sending me messages over and over that they should be player of the week. And
I think that everyone should be player of the week. I think should be player of the week. I think Ash should be player of the week. I think Birds on My Back should be player of the week. I think Bride should be player of the week. I think Bulletstorm should be player of the week. Cloudfight. Do I need to keep going?
That's a lot of people.
No, there's more.
Siggy, Tiki, Rami Soul, Kitty Tiki. Wow, she heals me every time I play on Friday.
Diet Olive.
Jeff. Nivicaris is here. Wow. We're just naming off people in the chat room, by the way. Okay, so everyone's a winner.
Yes, you all win.
Woo.
You are all the player of the week.
Right. Johnny, tell them what they win this week.
They get an exciting subscription to Control Point Podcast. You can listen to this exciting show anytime you want on www.deadworkers.com/network.
For the low price of free.
Or a donation if you're a good person without black blood.
Okay, well, I guess that'll take us out to the end. If you like this show and you like our voice and you like our attitudes, listen to The Daily Gamer. It's a daily show. It's very short, about 20 minutes. And
do we want to say something about next Sunday?
Next Sunday. Oh, sure, we can. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
I don't know how much to say.
Let's not say anything. Let's just say we're going to be doing
a super special show.
Yes.
On Sunday.
Next Sunday.
In the chat room.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you should be here.
Yes,
you should be here.
Tell your friends to be here. And tell their puppies to be
roughly
here.
2 p.m.
Don't send in questions about classes.
Yeah, no, and we're not going to answer any class questions next week.
Yeah.
So think of something better.
Yeah, it'll be a nice time. Of course, this will also be in the archive for those not wanting to experience it live. But anyway, cool. Oh, and also, if you listen to The Daily Gamer, give it iTunes reviews.
Yeah,
actually,
that's
something I never say.
Well, here's something else. We're at 93 iTunes reviews on Control Point.
Woo!
Yeah, 7 more, and we break 100.
Wow.
So
7 more. Okay.
Oh, also one other thing, TF2 is $9.95 on Steam right now. I don't know if that's going to last very long. It might just be this weekend. So if you're listening to this live and you know anybody who's interested in TF2, you might want to say, hey, right now it's half price, $9.95 on Steam.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Sorry, I started coughing. I had something I was going to say. And it's very, very... Oh, I know what I was going to say. If 107 people left reviews, we'd have 200.
Nice.
You've got a really good point.
You do.
If 157 people left iTunes reviews.
You know the person who wanted to be player of the week? Now they're telling me they don't want to be on that list anymore since everybody was on that list.
Ooh,
so they want to be singled out, so I'm not going to.
That's a good plan.
You hear that? I'm not singling you out.
Yeah.
Quit messaging me about it.
You're a punk, to quote
damn me,
CP
damn
member.
you.
All right, stick around, listen to all the call-ins we got, and have a good one. Bye-bye.
You are now at the end of another episode of Control Point.
Victory.
Every one of you deserves a medal.
A podcast brought to you by the Dead Workers Party. See the show notes and leave comments for this episode at controlpoint.deadworkers.com or leave us a voicemail at area code 256-513-4772.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Hey everybody, Johnny Napalm here with some holiday greetings from a couple of friends of mine.
Hello, Control Point. Merry Christmas from Heavy Weapons Guy. Ho, 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 ho.
Merry Christmas, Jack. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
And for my part, I'd like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a fragtastic New Year. See you all around.
That's good trip!
I can have Player of the Week. Oh, Control Point, thank you so much. I'm literally shaking right now because of I was listening to the podcast when I heard my name on Player of the Week, and then I just started going spazzed out. So I love all of you. You are all my favorite. I'm going to kneel down to you. I'm going to do way more for the community. And it just started out as a little thing, but I've really grown attached to it. So thank you for Player of the Week. Thank you for featuring my things. And I just love the podcast. Keep up the good work. And once again, thanks. Hello, guys at CP. This is Heavy Hobbit again. And before I say anything I came here to say, I'm going to have to advertise the server I play on. It's Fester's Place at festersplace.com. Basically just a bunch of old guys who used to play Half-Life 2 Deathmatch got together, had a 2-4 server that died, and then they got together and made this one. It's custom maps, it's awesome, friendly admins most of the time. Yeah. So anyway, back to what I was calling for. Right now I'm listening to today's episode number 54, and about halfway through when you guys were talking about the spy talking strategy, I'm calling bullshit. All talk, if someone's cloaked, they're on the other team, you can see the speech bubble. It's all talk. It's designed specifically for the game. All classes goes. If someone's talking, you will see it. If they're cloaked, you will see it. If they're wearing a disguise, you will see it. If they're on the other team, you'll see a slight. You'll see the red versus the blue, not the Microsoft Halo series. You will definitely see someone talk. That's about it. Awesome podcast. Bye.
Dead Workers Party Network. Tastes like chicken.